open to your table of contents. So today we should be on to number 2. Do purple. Okay, number 2. So number 2 on your paper is going to be conversions. And then dot, dot, dot. This is going to be page 2. And then turn to page 2, title it Conversion. And capitalize, underline, and put a 2. Okay, so I want you to write this sentence down. So we have 2 3/4 pounds of apples are in the basket. Okay, you need to stop with simulations. Okay, very distracting. So what do we call a number and a fraction? Does anybody know what that's called? You know, Zoe? Good guess. Yeah. Very good. So go ahead and label that. That is called a mixed number because it has a fraction 3/4 and a whole number of 2. So if I say 2 3/4 pounds of apples are in the basket, can anybody change that to a fraction? More specifically, Jackson brought this up earlier, an improper fraction. Hunter?
11/4.
Very good. So we could also say that it's 11/4. So I'm going to write 2 3/4 equals 11/4. 11/4 I'm going to label as my improper fraction. Why do you suppose they call it improper? Greta?
Because it's not a proper fraction, because a proper fraction has a bigger number.
Yeah, so what Greta just said was that the top number, our numerator, it's bigger than the denominator. A proper fraction, that wouldn't happen, would it? Okay? So, to change a mixed number into an improper fraction, I want you guys to watch. Yeah. So if we have 2 3/4, we're going to take 4 and times it by 2, which is, everybody, 8. And then we're going to add the numerator. What is 8 plus 3? Everybody. 11.
Wait, how did we get 3? Oh, okay.
Okay. So 4 times 2 is 8, plus 3 gives us our numerator, 11. The denominator of 4 stays the same. So, should you guys have this written in your notes? Okay, make sure you have everything that's up here in your notes, because that's what's going to help you with your homework, probably. Oh, it's nice. It's going to be about what we're learning today. Okay, here's the other way you can do it. Whatever your denominator is, if it's fourths, think of your whole number as fourths. So if my whole number is 2, then I have 2 wholes, right? And then I have 3/4. So if my denominator is fourths, I'm splitting everything into fourths. My 3/4 I can just shade in, right? That's my 3/4. Now here's a whole and here's a whole. How many fourths are in each of my holes? Hunter?
4.
4. So really, we have 1 or 4/4, right? You guys were telling me about that yesterday. So then, all I'm doing is adding 4/4 plus 4/4. Toller, will you answer that? Plus 3/4. And if I add those together, eyes are on me, not the phone. So I add those together, okay, I would get 11/4. Alright, while you're waiting for me, on your paper, put number 1, and I want you to change 9/4 into a mixed number. We're going to go the other way now. And I'll show you how to do it after Okay, so now we're going the other way around. So 9/4 literally means how many fourths? Raise your hand. 9/4 means how many fourths, Christopher? 9. So I could break it down into an equation. Should you write this down? Yes. Okay, Selma, we're not organizing our supply box right now. We're doing math.
Can we count it?
Not this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so we have to understand what 9/4 actually means first, don't we? Do you have this written down? Okay, now I'm going to group them into whole numbers. How many fourths are in one whole? Hunter?
4.
4. I'm going to put a box around 4. That's one whole. Then I'm going to put another box. That's one whole. So I'm going to make it a mixed number. I have one whole plus one whole, which is 2, plus my leftover 4. What's my answer? Read it. 2 and 1/4. I'm going to circle my answer. Okay. So, last night's homework, guys, we had to show our work. Most of us did that. Some of us did not. So today, I'm going to give you your assignment in a minute. But we're really going to focus on showing our work. Right? Okay. So, I need the yellow dot to get enough paper for your whole table group. Leave your notes open. Set them to the up. Okay? Just line paper for your table group. Are you the yellow dot? Okay. Thank you. Okay. While you're waiting for your paper, let's open up your hardcover. And we are opening up to page 13. So this is page Stephen, guys. Okay, put all that stuff back in your supply box and let's focus on math. This is ridiculous. It's right up here, 13. And as soon as you get your paper, put your heading on it, name, date, subject. Selma, stop with the noise. Put your heading on your paper. Joey, wrong book. Your hardback. Remember we got those yesterday? And then on your paper, let's put your name, date, and subject. Ben and Nick are ready to go. I really like how Nick has his notes open in front of him so he can look at them. Page 13. Okay, I think we're ready. Okay, so on your piece of paper, if you put your heading right, Stephen, just come back to your seat. I don't know what that was either. Alright, first name, last, oops, throwing things at Ethan. Thank you. Alright, first name, last name, class code. Tyler, move your magnet. Today is the 27th. We are in math. And page 13. Andrew, you need to be in your seat. Okay, go ahead, write down number 1 and circle it. For the first 6 problems, we're changing a mixed number to a fraction. So copy down the problem, 3 and 2/5. That's our first problem. Now, I'm going to say equal. We have to show our work, okay? So watch me and then do it on your paper. So in our notes, we just learned that we can do 5 times 3. Do you see how I drew an arrow and wrote times 3? You should do that on your paper. Everybody, what is 5 times 3? 15. Then, I'm drawing another arrow. I'm going to add, how many? 2. So what is 15 plus 2? Hunter. 17. That's my numerator. What is my denominator? Oscar. 5. 17/5 is my answer. I'm going to circle it. Okay? If you don't show your work, I'm going to think that you just copied the answer. Okay? Is now a good time to use the restroom? No. Hopefully it's an emergency. Okay? If you don't show this stuff, guys, then you can't prove your thinking. A huge part of math this year, guys, is proving that you know the answer. Because when we take our new PARC testing, they're grading you on your proof, not necessarily the answer. Okay? All right, Ben.
But you did the 3 and 2 for the.
So 5 times 3
Also, you put the
plus 2. We'll do some more together. Let's do another one together. Work with me. So put number 2. And I'm looking at our book. Problem number 2 is 2 and 3 8 equals. We have to change it into a fraction. Mixed number into a fraction. So, I'm going to start right here with my 8 and draw an arrow to the 2. 8 times 2. I multiplied those two. What is 8 times 2, everybody?
16.
And then I'm going to do plus 3, because that's my numerator. So what is 16 plus 3? 19. What's my denominator? 8. Circle my answer. Okay, guys, go ahead. Do 3, 4, 5, and 6. Showing your work. I'm going to be around to look at those and make sure we're showing work. Let's make sure it's real clear. You know you're cramming all your work together. I can't tell what you're multiplying or adding. So that proof piece, guys, is so important. So I would erase it and I would take up as much space as you can. Make it real clear and real neat. Circle your answers, guys. What's 10 times 1? 2. And 4. 7. And what's your denominator? 17. 10. That's the answer. All your answers. We got 10 plus 7. Well, it just means you have 17 tenths. Oh. And then I did. Yeah. Okay, listen. Your 10 is your denominator. You have to do 10 times 1, which is 7. And you have to add the numerator. That's 10 plus 7 is 17 tenths. Oh. Now we're going to go back the other way.
So you put that. I'm just all based on your whole number. Oh.
Yeah, work.
Doing good.
And we're showing our work. Circling our and even when I
Oh, so you just
Okay. Guys, if you're not done with 3, 4, 5, or 6, leave space to do them. We need to talk about 7 through 12. So on your paper, put number 7. Because now we're going to go the other way. So number 7, they give us 10 sevenths. What kind of fraction is 10 sevenths? Andrew. It's improper. Very good. So the way they want you to show your work for these is a little weird, but we can do it. So just like what we did in our notes, 10 sevenths means 1 7 plus 1 7. Do you guys see what how many of these am I going to do? Go ahead, put those on your paper. You copied this down?
No, I haven't copied that down, but I've done it before.
Write this one down, yep. Holy cow. Don't worry, I'll look teachers guys, see if we really have to do that. Okay. Now, after we write our equation, then we group them into whole numbers. So how many sevens are in a whole number? Christopher.
7.
7. So count out 7, put your box around it. And then underneath, I'm going to write 1. 1 whole, right? Plus, what do we have left over?
3.
So 3 whole?
No,
3 sevenths. And what is 1 plus 3 sevenths? Kyle.
1 and 3 7.
That's my answer that I'm going to circle. My mixed number. Okay, go ahead. Try number 8. You have 12. Guys, noises are off. 12 fifths. Try that one on your own and then we'll go over it. It's up here. 12 fifths. Aha. Oh, thank goodness. I get to show you. Who thinks they can tell me how to solve 12 fifths? What do I need to do? Alright, Steven.
So first you have to write 12 fifths consecutive.
Like this?
Yeah. And then
I'm still writing them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, oops, I almost wrote 11. 12. Okay, now what do I do?
Next you circle 5 of them, right? In a square, yeah. And then you keep doing that until you have leftovers. And you have 2 leftovers. No, 1 leftover. 2. Oh, it is 2. Okay. So you have 2 leftovers. And after that, you guys do 1/5.
So we had 2/5 left, right?
Yeah.
And we had 2 whole.
Yeah.
1 plus 1 is 2, and then the 2/5.
2 and 2.
2 and 2/5.
And you have to
Okay. I scribbled that out.
You can see.
Oh, gosh.
Well, after
Okay,
all,
which is why I have to flip it over. We're all going to do number 9 together a different way. Okay, guys, voices and noises are off. I'm not talking over you. Number 9 is 8/3. So you can do it the long way and make a change. Or, this is my favorite way. The 8 is really heavy because it's too big to be on top, so it's going to fall over. So you're going to do a division problem. Do you guys see how the 8 fell over?
no.
So, everybody, 3 goes into 8 how many times?
2.
Put your 2. What's 2 times 3?
6.
6. 8 minus 6? What's 8? 2. Okay, so my answer is 2 and 2/3. I still have the same denominator of a 3, right? And I can double check. Everybody was 3 times 2. 6 plus 2? 8. Isn't that 8/3? So did I show my work to prove my answer? Okay, this comes in really handy with those bigger problems. Okay, so here's what I want you to do. Put this piece of paper in your math book to mark your spot. And we're going to look at tonight's homework and make sure we can do it. Okay, we're carrying out. Oh yeah, page 9. Yeah, I was looking at page 11 thinking we didn't do that today. Okay, so tear out page 9, and we need to go over the directions. So show me when you're ready. You know how to tear? I feel like you were about to just rip that up. Okay, what? You know I just.
Let's do it again.
Then hand me your paper. Your book.
Nick, no way.
Okay, show me you're ready. You have your homework tore out. David, you're turning that in for a grade, you know. Okay, this table's ready. I think Andrew's table's ready. That table, now I'm just waiting for voices. Guys, we can keep talking and we can do this after the bell rings. It's up to you. Still waiting. Okay, so looking at this paper, first thing, put your first and last name, class code. Okay, it looks like the first part we're just writing a mixed number. Pretty simple. But now look at 4, 5, 6, and 7. You're changing those into improper fractions. I want you to write show work. Well, for probably all of these. Look at 8 through 11. So these, you're changing them into an improper fraction. 8, 9, 10, and 11, they're becoming a mixed number. Okay? Mixed. Thank you. Down here, you're adding fractions, but they're the same denominator, except for this one, but you can figure that out, I know. And you're going to write your answer as a mixed number. And then you have 2 word problems. Okay? It looks like less work than last night, but I want to see you show your work, right? Nod your head if you understand, showing your work. Okay. Stay put because I have something else to show you. Look up here.